All right. Savior complex. So we're in old favorite open D flat, but with a capo at the third fret. So it's like you're in open E. So you could just put your guitar in open E if you wanted to. Although open E makes me nervous because I don't like tuning strings higher because I'm afraid they're going to snap. And this is how she plays it in the one live version that I saw. So open D flat tuning, D flat, A flat, D flat, F, A flat, D flat, capo at the third fret. So that means this is now an E chord. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to try to use fret numbers in relation to the capo, but sometimes it's easier to think of it in what it is, on the neck. Like it's easier to find the 12th fret because it's got the two dots, even though now it's technically the 3, 5, whatever. It's 12 minus 3. It's the 9th fret now. Anyway, okay, so another thing. In that live version, she finger picks it. And it's kind of this kind of thing. Something like that. It's this thumb, index, back and forth kind of thing. It's very pretty that way, and I thought about doing this as a lesson in that way, but then the record version is so nice, and I thought I'd play it more like that, and that's more strummed. And I'm kind of doing that strumming thing where it's like this kind of thing. You could also strum it just with your thumb. You could also strum it with a pick. I kind of like this style with the thumb and index kind of going against each other in that way. So I'm just recommending that. Okay. The first two chords that go back and forth, it's basically this chord and this chord. For the first one, I think it's this. First finger on the third fret in relation to the capo on the third string, aka the G string. Okay? And it's this. Now, you can not do that little melodic line, and then it would just be going like from this. Keep the first finger where it is, put the second finger down on the 4th fret of the 6th string, and put the third finger down on the 4th fret of the 5th string. So you can go through emotional. Okay, there's that little line that a guitar is playing that I was kind of incorporating, which is this. So I'm kind of starting my pattern by playing the open 4th string, then a little strum, then a little open 5th string, then my second finger comes down and plays the 4th fret on the 6th string, and it's going to stay there because it's going to be part of that next chord. So it's like open 4th, open 5th, 4th fret on the 6th, open 5th, and then my third finger comes down on the 4th fret of the 5th string to form this next chord. So open 4th, open 5th, 4th fret on the 6th, open 5th. Now the third finger comes down on the 4th fret of the 5th and forms this next. Sorry, I messed that up. And again, on the live version, she doesn't do that line, but she does this kind of thing. It's like, it's kind of... Okay, now you're going to skip the next string, the next chords, which are these two. So this first one is second finger on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret of the 6th string, third finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and pinky on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. And then this gets replaced by this. So the only thing that changes is your pinky picks up and your first finger now goes to the 4th fret on the 3rd string. That goes right back to those da 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 So that's the verse really just has those 4 chords. And yeah, when it's on these, if you want to do the picking pattern, it's kind of like, it's something like that. But those are the 2 chords. Back to this another time. But it's dun, dun. There's that chord again. So the one that's on the 5th fret, 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string, 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and pinky on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. And again, now just replace the pinky with the 1st finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. Back to our first chord, which is just all open except the 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. Now a new chord. This is 2nd finger on the, this is just like this shape, but now down at the 2nd fret. 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 6th string, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and pinky on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. This is a pretty chord. When it's picked, it ends up sounding like or whatever, you know, or we can strum it. Does that twice. There's this little walk down thing. It might be as simple as just this. It might be just see, that time I knew the video thing was going to run out of time, so I know where to start again. I ended up playing this for this little walk down. This is sort of the end of the verse chorus. So I ended up playing these 3 shapes. This one is 1st finger on the, okay, so now I'm going to use the frets. It's easier now to see when you're this high, right? This is the 1st finger on the 11th fret of the 3rd string, the 2nd finger on the 12th fret of the 6th string, and the 3rd finger on the 12th fret of the 5th string. Move down 2 frets, now you're on the 10th fret, 2nd finger on the 10th fret of the 6th, 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the 5th, and pinky on the 10th fret of the 3rd. All the that you do. I ended up going into this chord. I don't know if that's exactly right. I mean, there's a few things going on. It sounds nice to me. 1st finger on the, so now I'll go in relation to the capo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. 2nd finger now here on the 6th fret of the 6th string, and 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string. But you can also sort of simplify it and just do like all the. So you could just do the bottom parts, which is just, you know, 2 and 3 on the 12th fret of the 6 and 5. Move that shape down 2, and then just move the 2nd finger. Keep the 3rd finger on the 10th fret there, and just have the 2nd finger move down 1 on the 6th. Show me yours. Back to this. Fifth fret of the 6th, 5th, and the 3rd, and now just replace the pinky with the 1st finger on the. Okay, so that's the basic like verse chorus thing. Then there's the weird, like towards the end, there's the weird instrumental bridge. Which to me sounds different on the live version than on the record, and I just sort of made up something that works, that's somewhere in between. It's going basically between 2 chords a bunch of times. I ended up doing, so this is up at the 11th fret, 2nd finger on the 11th fret of the 6th, 3rd finger on the 11th fret of the 5th, pinky on the 11th fret of the 3rd. And again, these now, right now I'm talking about 11th fret, like of the whole neck, not in relation to the same kind of thing you just did, where just keep everything the same except have the 2nd finger, the note on the 6th string, move down a fret. And I'm kind of doing this thumb, thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, thumb, index, thumb, index, and I have my index playing the 4th string, and then sometimes also the 3rd string or more. You know, so So it sort of goes in between those two a couple times. And eventually it goes. It's like those two chords. I don't know if anybody plays that on guitar or anything, but it's barring the 3rd fret in relation to the capo, and then the 10th fret not in relation to the capo. That's just the transition back into the sort of verse riff. And it does that after that bridge thing. It does that twice and then goes straight back to like the whatever you want to call it, the chorus. All the that and ends on that chord. So yeah, again, to go over that again because it's an important part. The way I'm playing it, 1st finger on the 11th fret of the 3rd string, 2nd finger on the 12th fret of the 6th string, 3rd finger on the 12th fret of the 5th string. Then move down. Now this is across the 10th fret, 2nd finger on the 10th fret of the 6th, 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the 5th, pinky on the 10th fret of the 3rd. And then keep the 3rd finger where it is, move the 2nd finger down a fret, replace the pinky on the 3rd string with the 1st finger 2 frets down from that, which is the 8th fret or the 5th fret in relation to the capo. And I see I keep changing what I do with this hand. You know, I could keep going with this thumb index thing, or I can just do thumb. That's the whole song. Let me know if you have any questions. I like that way of playing it. I think it sounded pretty nice. It's a beautiful song.